You think Tyson had some magic spoon when he woke up Saturday morning?
I think Mike Tyson had $20 million of whatever the hell he wanted. I mean, that dude, let's be real. Jake Paul could have knocked his ass out early on, but he stretched the thing out, let it go the distance, put himself in the figure four, did the whole deal. Kudos to Jake Paul. Kudos to Mike Tyson. Can't wait to see what they do in WWE. You heard it here first. My prediction, they're going to do something at WrestleMania. Because where's WrestleMania going to be next year again, Jeff? Where will we watch that?
Where the baddest man on the planet made his name.
No, I'm not saying Vegas. It's on Netflix.
I know that.
I'm just saying, come on now. Hey, speaking of things that were obvious to everyone but you, over the weekend, Georgia played Tennessee. I wonder how that went. Maybe we've got a graphic that can show us here. Now, this says, Jeff, and this could be fake news, okay? But it says Tennessee only scored 13 points across 4 quarters. That's not very many. And Georgia did 27 of those points. I'm just wondering,
go straight.
Where does this leave us today? As the rankings came out, we've seen the rankings and how everybody fell. And well, that says Alabama's at 7 and we moved up 2 spots, but that says Tennessee is 4 and they moved down 4. And I can only imagine if I was in your mind, if I had to channel my inner Tennessee vault, I would think to myself, it probably looks a little bit like a triangle. You know what I mean? Like what you've probably got is a situation where you get your hopes up and then you get disappointed. Then you start to believe again, and then you get your hopes up. That's got to be what it's like being a Tennessee fan. Wouldn't you agree, Jeff?
You're taking an ass whooping now, too, with your little diagrams. And
look, I'm drinking a little orange drink for you. Come on, victory tastes so sweet for the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, why did you get hugely embarrassed? Your quarterback was there. What's the excuse?
Now listen. What you have to do is that Coach Heupel got his boys together and just kind of let them know that, hey, man, we've got to put ourselves in the position to finish the very best we can. So if we can keep it close, when the tournament comes around, our seating will be right and we'll march all the way through it. We're going to walk out and strut out. So don't get too froggy, my friend, because you jump to conclusions, because Alabama going to get in their first round, going to be out.
What? No, we're not going to be in the first round. Whoever wins the SEC championship gets a bye in the first round. I don't know if you heard, but Tennessee ain't going to be in that.
That got me all confused. Okay.
So here's what happens. If Alabama and Missouri win out, Alabama's in. That's it.
Alabama's in the SEC championship.
That's right.
And how are they picking who's in the national in the SEC championship? The top 2 power rankings?
No. It's not based on that. It is partially based on that, but it comes down to what's the record and then who beat who. And then, everything else follows after that. But the way it shakes out is
A&M is going to beat Texas.
That'd be great. But I would love for Alabama to beat Texas A&M.
Who's going to be in the SEC championship?
I think it's going to be Texas and Alabama, but I would prefer it be Texas A&M and Alabama. Here's what I know for sure. It ain't going to be Tennessee.
Well, that's only in the SEC championship. What matters now in this 12.
Oh, okay. Whoever wins the conference gets a bye in the first round. That's what I know. And speaking of byes, I'd like to channel my inner Joe Burrow right now and say, bye. Because the rumor and innuendo is Abyss got his ass beat. He got dog walked in the fantasy football. Oh, my goodness. Did you look at this? He only scored 99 points.
Wait.
Well, who would the king of the mountain be that took his ass to school? He dominated him. 129.
How in the world did you guys get your hands on that? David, let me see that.
We got it off Hunter Biden's laptop. There was Russian interference or something. I don't know how we got hackers. Something crazy happened.
Look at that. There's Higgins that got 25 last night, and Disley, late pickup, that tight end got 16. Saquon got 32. And wait, Conrad, I can't see. It's a little blurry on my screen. Who does Steelers for Life, also known as Chris Parks' fantasy football team, who does he have at quarterback?
That'd be Mr. Joe Burrow, who lost again.
Oh, Conrad, who beats the Bengals?
Everybody. Yeah. My God, it's embarrassing how bad Joe Burrow. What's worse, Joe Burrow at winning games or Abyss at winning fantasy games? Can you tell us? They both pulled a Mike Tyson. They showed up, but barely. You know what I mean? They got participation trophies.
They hobbled down the ramp to a huge applause, but once ding ding, game set match.
I feel bad. It's embarrassing, really.
That's confidential material too.
These hackers are getting out of control.
I mean, how you got that perfectly laid out screenshot? That's
and Abyss crying. Listen, we saw that man go through flames. He's got thrown off of buildings. I've seen him wallering around. He's been set on fire. I mean, I've seen him land on thumbtacks. I mean,
is that
the barbed wire?
He got his head patched up. Is that from color? Is he get blood? Oh my goodness!
I think he needs to get his blood pressure checked after seeing Joe Burrow lose again.
Well, man, Burrow did a nice pantsuit walking in the building though, so he did win there, wouldn't you say?
I mean, listen, I don't know if he got a discount on. It's wild to see what that dude's wearing in public, but maybe when you see the win-loss record, it's not that crazy.
Can we share a little story about? We love all of our social media engagement at My World Pod. That young man was trying to be kind to you and said, "Hey, man, you guys are a little heavy on Abyss and Joe Burrow," and you said, "How?" What'd you say? I cracked up. You said something.
I said nobody from Alabama or Tennessee cares at all about the Bengals. It's all about busting Abyss's balls. Because if we cared about Tennessee, we talk about the fact that this past weekend.
Oh, stop.
The Titans lost. Bad. Embarrassing. One of the worst teams in football. I mean, Derrick Henry alone got more yards than the entire Titans offense. And I wonder if that was a big mistake. Maybe he could have put himself in a figure four and stayed put. We'll never know. SaveWithConrad.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Soto. I live near St. Louis, but I listen to a few of the podcasts. Real and JR, 83 Weeks, quite a bit. My wife and I had experienced some issues with credit card debt, and I had heard the testimonials of others refinancing and helping alleviate their credit card debt, and so I had looked into it, and that's how we started. I worked with Larry. He was very thorough and was able to explain the entire process for us and made it about as easy as it possibly could be. It was far more easier than I anticipated it to be, actually. With the credit cards and everything that we had, we were paying the minimum monthly payment every month and basically getting nowhere for, I don't know, probably the last 5 years. And after everything was all said and done, we completely paid off all the credit card debt, and we were saving, after paying those off, we were saving over $300 a month. Oh, I would highly recommend it to anyone that's looking to save some money because it was a tremendous help. I've already told my other friends about it. I'm Sean Soto. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and I have saved over $300 a month with SaveWithConrad.com.
NMLS number 2129, Equal Housing Lender.
SaveWithConrad.com.